Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The two articles that I have here ready and I'm going to discuss in this video have to do with lying. And it is lying by the elected officials to us. In this case, to the British subjects, friends, citizens. And what's going on? You're told they don't have money to, increase your wages or provide you with services. But on the other hand, they have money to send overseas to some unknown people. Obviously, you guys strike, and here we have some articles talking about those strikes. This article comes from Sputnik, and it's from the 24th of January 2023. Ambulance workers in northwest England go on strike over pay raise. Now, why is that? They couldn't provide them with money. And the other one is this, from the same source, but this is from today. Oh, I didn't pick that picture. I apologize. And it says that more than 4,000 UK physiotherapists go on first-time strike over pay. So this is when you guys are told that you have to accept sending money to Ukraine. Hundreds of millions of pounds? That's what it is. I don't know if you got to a billion already. Now, ambulance workers of the GMB union will go on strike in the northwest of England on Tuesday, demanding a pay raise amid soaring inflation and the rising cost of living. And I'm quoting, GMB's ambulance workers are angry. In their own words, they are done. Our message to the government is clear. Talk pay now, end quote, GMB National Secretary Rachel Harrison said. Or Rochelle, I don't know how you would pronounce that name. Northwest Ambulance Services employees will stage 4 more protest actions on February 6th and 20th, March 6th and 20th, if their demands are not met. In late December, over 10,000 ambulance workers from the GMB union in England and Wales staged protests for the first time in 30 years. They were joined by paramedics from Unison and Unite. According to British media, a total of 25,000 people went on strike. The UK government formally requested military assistance to keep the healthcare system running during the protest action. So they use British citizens to take care of other British citizens. Great. That's unbelievable. So actually, this is the way it works. The elected officials and their weasel bureaucrats, they use these guys to kill your strikes. And then they will use you and you pay for those guys. By the way, military is paid from your taxes, from the ambulance workers' taxes, partly, right? And this is the way it's always been. They are up there and they keep a buffer between us and them. And they always find a buffer. Like, for instance, if the poor start doing something, they will keep the middle class as the buffer. In this case, you have the ambulance workers, they put the military. So, bye-bye, we don't care about you. So, who's paying for those military work? Who? And how much are they paid? So, they're using them as a buffer against the workers. That's fantastic. I'm not a communist or a socialist or anything like that. Far from that. But I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's just. And I can see what's going on. Remember, these guys over there are in charge to provide you and me with whatever we need. They're not over there to lead us. But anyway, we just got things upside down nowadays. And remember, if they would not send so many millions of dollars to Ukraine, probably people will take it differently. But it is like you are in a family, you have children, and your children are hungry, and they ask you for food, and you go in the refrigerator or whatever, and go to the neighbor's house and give their food to the neighbor's kids, and you tell your kids, hey, we don't have anything. And by the way, what, I'm gonna threaten you that I'm gonna make new kids if you starve? Is that how it goes? Yeah, I think that's the way it goes. But this is a little analogy here. But if you have the money to send it over there, you don't have money for your own people, unless you think that you know better than your own citizens. That means treat them like children. They treat the British people as children, not knowing what their interest is. They basically tell them, you have to agree to send those guys money because you don't understand. Because if they don't fight over there, the Russians will come and conquer you, will take everything you got. Don't ask for anything else. Give them over there. You don't understand. You don't understand. We tell you. We tell you what's good, and that's why we are here. I heard this in many countries, including United States of America, a few days. It was a weasel who came, and a German politician came and said, well, if I would do, I don't care what the voters say. If I would go by what the voters say, what are you talking about? You don't have full authority over there. I mean, you're not above us. You represent us. And you treat us like children. And we allow them to treat us like children. So let's go to the other article with half-naked, physiotherapy lady. So I didn't pick the picture. Sorry, not. Here we have Sputnik again. More than 4,000 UK physiotherapists go, no rapist. Physio the rapist, if you just cut it like that. Physio the rapist. Strange. Go on first time strike over pay. I don't think. The UK's Chartered Society of Physiotherapy, CSP, announced that over 4,000 of its members went on strike on Thursday for the first time to demand higher wages. And I'm quoting, up to 4,200 CSP members from 30 trusts went on strike today as part of the ongoing dispute over the pay award given to NHS staff on the agenda for change pay scale. End quote. The CSP said in a statement. The British broadcaster reported that CSP's first strike started at midnight and would last for 24 hours. The next strike in England will take place on February 9 and in Wales on February 7th. And I'm quoting, the government must come to the table. No. What are you going to do? You're not going to provide physiotherapy to your fellow Brits. So do you think that those guys in power will not have their own physiotherapist? What are you going to do? You're not going to get paid. Those guys were not going to get the services. And what are you going to do? Oh my God, the government must come to the table. That's wishful thinking. But I hope they come. I mean, what else can you do? Work within the system, right? With something tangible that we can put to our members to prevent more strikes following if there is no progress. We are determined to secure a pay deal that helps our members cope with the cost of living crisis and helps the NHS recruit and retain staff to deliver the services that patients desperately need, end quote. Claire Sullivan, Director of Employment Relations and Union Services at CSP, said, well, again, everything comes from, I mean, not everything, but how should I put it? The insult to all this comes that money, there is money, but goes somewhere else. That's the whole problem. If the government would say, well, we don't have money, as they said to another strike about, 2 months ago, the British government said, we simply don't have the money. And they were sending, I don't know how many millions to Ukraine. Really? You got to show your priorities, little elected officials. And the fact that they say, you don't know, we know better, that's an insult. Again, like we don't have brains or something. If we don't have brains, how in the hell we voted for you? Obviously, that makes a point, right? It seems like we vote for the wrong persons. And that's the way it is in a democracy. You can pretend for some time, you get elected, promoted by certain interest, all right? And you get over there and you follow whomever, whatever, and then you tell these guys, I'm not going to lead here by whatever you guys want, because I know better. Get out of here. You're over there to take care of us, not take care of your interests over there or what you think. Yeah, and by the way, how did we get to this crisis in the first place? Not because of you? Yes. So you handle it. If you don't handle it right, and I think you had your chance, get out now. But it doesn't work like that in a democracy. You gotta wait. Work within the system. Wait until his term or her term expires. 4 years. And in 4 years, what are you gonna do? You're gonna eat bones and air. Eat some air. Drink some water. Fill that stomach. Go to bed with a full stomach. Drink water. Yeah, I remember that one. Really remember that one. I've been told that. Drink some water. Go to bed with your full stomach. And that's not good. But at least I stayed in shape. But as a kid, anyway, it was not that bad. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.